So this is my second attempt at making this video. The last one there's Robbie. Where is she? There she is. Um, the last one, the first one, I just started crying too bad, but basically, yes, the theme of this video is just the stuff that's been taking a toll, and yeah, I just had a good cry, which is good. It's a good release. But besides the whole state of the world, which is stressing everybody out, it's like someone said that my writing seems angry when I talk about political things, but anger can come from things like fear, and yeah, I'm scared, and people are getting hurt, and it could happen to me and the people I love, the people I care about. And I have a friend who I met in Winnebago a few years ago, and she's kind of been cycling with her own bipolar for months now, and it was kind of like a drowning victim watching her go through this, and she was gonna take me down with her. I was getting really overwhelmed with it, and so I kind of had to distance myself from her. But I plan on taking her call once she's on her way to getting help. But it definitely put things in perspective for me as far as now understanding what my loved ones go through when I'm sick. And yeah, that's really scary too. So one thing that helped me sleep good last night was just limiting my time on social media. Not seeing the news, not seeing my friends, crazed posts, and I've done my fair share of that too when I've been sick. And it's just, in this day and age with Facebook and all that, all those episodes and stuff are made public, and yeah, it gives me a lot to be embarrassed about once I sober up, And then another thing that's really been taking its toll is my missing friend, Jesse Yansky. And yeah, he's been missing since April 17th, and I mean, if it's been this hard on me, I can't imagine how hard it's been on his family. Lori and Jim and Jesse took me in for the winter. Tomorrow is actually the year anniversary of me being homeless and getting out of jail. So, Jesse and his parents have been lifesavers for me and just good friends to have. And, I hope that Lori and Jim and Brianna and Rachel will get the closure that they deserve and find out what happened to their son and their brother and everybody else in the family and the friends. I know everybody has been very concerned, because all these scenarios go through your heads, and you ponder all these possibilities of what could have possibly happened to him, and it's scary. That's like thinking that he could have suffered, and it's torture. And then speaking of my anniversary of being evicted from Richland Hills, as of yesterday, my two best friends in the building also got evicted. I don't know where they stayed last night. I don't know where they are tonight. If they're sleeping in their car, if they're living out of their car. I mean, that was their plan because there's a housing shortage around here. Thank God they found a storage unit. Otherwise, they would have lost all their belongings too. And thank God for Chad who saved all my belongings. You know, but hopefully the building manager there will have some sort of reckoning because she's been doing this, well, you know, kind of abusing her power and exerting her authority to a point where she's just a control freak and she's hurting a lot of people. You know, but I've heard that 5-day evictions are becoming rampant in Richland Center, you know, and, you know, as much as I said I wasn't going to leave, I was going to stay and fight, I'm not sure I want to go back. You know, I'm trying to find a place elsewhere, but otherwise I'm content for the moment where I am in my camper, you know, but, you know, winter's another thing altogether, you know, but I think the right thing will happen at the right time. But ultimately what did it for me tonight as I got into bed, why I started crying, is because I never properly felt what I experienced with the breast cancer. You know, not only getting the diagnosis, but the lumpectomy and recovering from that, and you know, the seroma and the aspirations and the radiation, 3 weeks of radiation and recovering from that, and then the cellulitis. You know, I spent 38 hours in the hospital fighting an infection, and then now I'm experiencing some side effects from the tamoxifen that I gotta be on for 5 years. Mostly it's the fatigue, just like some chronic fatigue, you know, so anyways, for the most part I'm doing good. I really don't have anything too pressing to worry about at the time except finding a new vehicle, you know, but I've got help with that as far as finding one and paying for one, you know, thank God for Lloyd. But you know, then there's the next book. I've really got to get to work. You know, the Charlie's Angels women are writing the forward. Cheryl and Patty and Elaine and Colleen. So yeah, it'll be book number 12. I'd like to publish it at the end of the month. Patty and Elaine and Cheryl are taking me to Wicked on the 20th at the Madison Overture. Colleen and her husband are coming on Monday for a cookout. I get to see my family, my rat terriers, on Tuesday. My 50th is on Tuesday. So I've got some plans. You know, and hopefully the book will have some sort of happy ending as far as, you know, my birthday goes, I suppose. I don't know how much closure it will have as far as Jesse goes, but we can only hope for the best.